So I'm going to delete my profile. Okay? So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to highlight this, come to profile question tool. You know what this is. You can name the profile. Then once you're done, you just click OK. Then they bring you this panorama layout. Then I'm choosing the one with curves. Okay? For me to allow for my curves, sometimes once you say drawing here, once it's short, sometimes that is allowed for a curve. Once you adjust it a little longer, to a certain distance, it allows for a curve. So you first try out that, for those that are having disturbances with curves. Once you're getting closer, it doesn't really allow for a curve, right? Until you adjust to a longer distance. Some of it it has to be a very, very long distance. Are we getting the curves? Eh? Are we getting the curves? Whoever is failing, please let me know. Guys, are we okay? It's coming, eh? You drew it, eh? You see, if the distance that you're trying to train with is very small, the curve may not really be able to snap. But you try to adjust as long as possible. And the curve is also restricted to almost a certain value. We all have H2. It doesn't really affect. This is a design criterion based. I have H2. What do you have?
So we have this post some
It's not H2.
I even want to touch it, but
What about in the library? Do you have anything like a standard? Because you may be working in the American version that doesn't follow that.
You can customize it to the current standard. But
does it affect?
not really.
So he has told me that you can customize Ugandan standards where you adjust the tables accordingly. Okay. However, what this tells us, once you activate the design criterion, the feature that it only allows you to see is that it can be able to warn you once you've violated some variable or parameters. For example, if you have the curve being very short, it doesn't allow for a minimum set distance to be achieved, or it violates a certain value of k, right? So it will be able to show you the warning error. That is the only way. But once I remove that, that means that the warning errors won't be visible, but my drawing of my curves won't be affected. Either way.
It's coming out.
It's coming out?
Rather than a curve. Like chest.
Or if it doesn't come out properly, then can't we use the filleting tool? Just like we use?
Check it came out like this.
So I'm just wondering, can't we use the filleting tool just like we use for the alignment? Is it possible? For some, actually I've faced issues whereby some of them don't actually show. Instead of, by the time you try and transfer to a different point, the curve doesn't stretch as well. So I'm thinking we can probably use the filleting tool, just like we used for the horizontal alignment. So for those that the curves are not showing, please you let us know so that we can be able to help. So let me draw. Equally, there are other issues here where there are curve settings, and you want to represent your crest by a certain value. You can represent the crest length by length of the curve, or you represent it by a value of k by default. Or equally, you can use the circular. You have the adjustments here for the circular, then parabolic, sorry, isometric. Symmetric for different lengths. Usually used for parabolic. The curves are going to be represented. You can even adjust this value. I don't know what values you have. Once you click OK, that will be able to affect the curves. So once I come back here to draw tangents with curves, those values will also be affected. So I'm going to draw this quite a bit quickly. I think I'm also facing the same issue. It has refused to bring the curve. Hello? So there is this other method that you may be trying for those that the curves have refused to come. They have come? They have come. Did you adjust anything? Not really. So what I've realized, perhaps, if you to look at this, if you come to the curve settings, and the length is further, that means that if you stretch your curve and don't achieve this length, then instead of a curve, there will just be point to point. You won't be able to show the curve. So if this is 150, you can convert to 50, so that every time you're beyond 50 meters, the curve can be able to make a 50 length of curve, being the minimum value. So I changed this from 150 to 50, then it allowed for curves. So I came back here, so that I can adjust the draw tangents with curves. So I come this side. I'm going to draw this a little bit faster. Just catch up with time. So do you have something like that? I'm going to adjust my curves to make this a little bit smoother. So have we achieved something so far? Huh? Hello? Guys, are we on the same page? Any questions so far? Oh, this error message is activated once you have the design criterion base activated. Oh, they're usually very minute. Some of them convert to be very minute. Or equally, sometimes if I highlight on the properties, sorry, if I go to my profile view properties or my profile properties, if I go to my profile properties, oh sorry, not profile properties, right click, go to your profile style, then you come to the display. These warning signs should be active. Sometimes they can be inactive, then they won't be able to show you the warning signs. Or if your design is not entirely based on the design criterion, but the warning areas have shown up, then you can choose to deactivate them, okay, in display so that they don't really disturb your visibility of the interface that you're working with. So you can remove these notification symbols and also the warning symbols. You click apply, they'll be able to disappear. Or sometimes they can be displayed and they are very, very small, okay? So this is what I have so far for my design. I'm going to keep adjusting the curve just to lower it a bit so that it's close to the ground. Okay? So we all have a design profile. Do we all have a design profile? Huh? So we are going to add labels. Remember, according to our design criterion, or for the horizontal, it's based on each classification of the terrain has a certain grade percentage, right? So we have almost about 6%. So you need to first display the grade percentage along your profile. So I'm going to click on the profile, then I'm going to add, come here and edit profile labels. Once you click on profile labels, you're going to come to grid break. So the type for adding our grades, we are going to come to line. Then in the line you are going to choose the style of percentage grade. Then you add. Then you apply. You should be able to see your profile grade. So that means that for a certain area where you're expecting to have a flat area, for example, for this area, you expect to have a grade less than 4%, right? So once you look at your grade and it's beyond 4%, then you understand that you're having some bit of, you're conflicting with the design parameters. So you find that also for rolling or mountainous, depending on the grade changes, percentages, they can be able to indicate for you. For example, for rolling, you can find that it's 6%. So once you're beyond 6%, could be positive or negative, then you understand that you have violated some bit of design parameters, okay? So you have to include this, so for your better visibility and understanding of the profile. Now it's quite a bit easier when you're adjusting your profile, because you'll know which one is violating the design. Sorry? It varies according to the type of the terrain, yeah. Is it from 4 to 6? For grid percentages.
Which type of terrain?
For all terrains. For flat,
That is your
each terrain has its own. Each terrain classification. It says for flat is 0.5%.
0 to 5%.
So 0 to 5%.
Then 5 to 20. Then
This table will be, we shall discuss this table maybe next week. So I wanted to just do something quite a bit quicker. Yeah, so once you display those, then you're going to have our bands. You're going to display our bands for station, then we carry on for cut and fill, since we have now both profiles displayed. So I'm going to highlight, now for me to get the band, I'm going to highlight my profile view. Now instead of profile view styles, I'm going to go to instead of my profile view styles, I'm going to go to my profile properties. So in profile properties, they understand this is the section you're using, the elevations that you are considering. These are the profiles that we have so far. Then we have the bands, then you can even add the hash. So you can add the hash area, and then for cut and fill, right? You just click on both of them, they can be added here. So here they are telling us for cut, the upper boundary, we are cutting to the design, right? Now layout is our design profile. The one that is upper is our existing profile. So once you're cutting from the upper side, which is an existing profile, to the lower profile, right? Is that correct? So once I apply this and click OK, they can show you the shading. Where you're filling, it is a green shading. Where you're cutting is a red shading. Okay? Are we all there? Or should I wait for you guys? Should I repeat? Okay. I highlight the profile view. I come to modify profile view, then I come to my profile view properties. It is the last item on the menu, is hash. So for example, here you don't have them yet, right? So you add cuts, just click on it. You add cuts, then I add fill. Automatically for it to look out for the one that is existing and the one that is designed. If it doesn't, then you can make a choice, because there is two here. You can make the choice if you know which one to range with. Okay? Do you all have this? Do you all have this? Not yet. But have you opened your profile view properties? You remember when we were changing? No. Do you all have this? Those that don't have, please raise up your hand so that we can help you. Where are you? You don't? Do you have this? Have you reached your list table though? Not yet. Remember when we were editing the profile view? You highlight the profile. You can even right click and go to, instead of edit profile view style, you click the first one, which is edit profile view properties. Not style, but this time you are running with the properties instead of style. Yeah, so you should be able to look out for the last item on the menu, which is hash. Then you just click on the cut area, then on the fill area. You have that? Yes. So once you have that, you just click OK. Then they should be able to shade for you the cut and the fill. Usually the fill, you are filling with the green color to the design profile. Then we are cutting to the design profile with the red color from the existing ground. Okay? The colors, do they matter? When you cut it, you cut it. You're cutting from the system to the design. The feed is only feeding up to the design. The question is about editor. Your editor, I tell you, your editor has been qualified. That means has failed. When they say disqualified, you've passed it. When you are reviewing your financial reports. Banange, to be in a binino?
Yes.
To be in okay, so we are going to continue. You can edit these hashes. I can go through that quite a bit quickly. Remember this. You're going to select this, properties. Now this shape is what we are going to be changing. This cut material, I want the hashing to be a little bit more consecutive than it is. So what I'm going to do, you come here to your shape style, double click on cut material or just click once. Then you come here, then let's edit the current selection, okay? Then you come to display, okay? You're on display. Remember, I told you we have more than different directions. Once you're editing plan, it is now supposed to be editing plan, but this time round we are in profile. We are in profile. There is 3D modeling, then there is a section view, which is a cross-section view. This time we are in a profile view. So we choose profile, right? Then you can actually even change the color. Since this is cut material, you can change the color to a certain different color in case you need. Then we have the pattern. Okay, so we can they are already predefined. Then we can browse for a certain pattern. So as you can see, this represents the pattern we have. You can even choose a different pattern. There are so other many patterns that you can look at for. Even have grass. We have a lot of them. But for now, we want to maintain the same pattern, right? So I'm going to maintain the same pattern. However, I want to just change the scale of that pattern so that it's a bit more consecutive. So I'm going to change this to probably a 0.5. And I'm going to click OK. Again, I click OK. Then I'm going to apply that value. I'm going to click OK. Then as you can see, this is a bit more consecutive than this, right? So that shading is a bit better. So we're going to do the same for fill. Highlights, new properties, fill material, go to edit. Now we are going to change to profile, change the scale to 0.5 also. Are we there? Click OK, and click OK to be able to change. That is for fill. So now it looks a bit better. Okay? I'm going to just do one by set for session. There's not going to be time. What do you do? Or maybe you want the expert to see feel the work of the man. Expert, you mean the brow? Guys, you okay? Yeah. Okay. Should we continue or we close out? same timeline too. But I was thinking I can just keep things in recording. Because it's easy, I don't know. I shall just push it. But you know, events transpire. The brain is glitching, so I don't want to. Fine. Guys, we still have the energy, or we have to watch football? Should we? I'm suggesting we close up. Should we close up? Okay. So next week, since we had a little bit of inconsistencies this weekend, next week we are hoping that we are going to be doing the advanced modeling, so you come prepared. Okay? Yeah. So I'm going to close up the video. We are going to collect the videos on OneDrive. Then you're going to distribute before you leave. So just give me a few minutes so that you can collect all the videos that are being sorry? Including for your study. Okay.